Alrighty. Today's mission's a real glamorous one. I'm going to dig a new shit pit. The old one's getting pretty full, so, and I'll spare you the visuals on that, but you've got to take my word for it. So I'm going to fill that in, cover it over so it's nice and clean, and then I'll excavate a new trench. Alright, so I hope you'll excuse me sniffling like crazy because it's hay fever season and my allergies are going mental. I can't stop sneezing this week. But yeah, so old hole's going to fill in. That's the first job, fill in the old hole. Right, so now I got that filled in. Got a good 4-inch layer of soil on top of anything nasty down there. So that's good. I can walk around out here now without stepping in anything nasty. Now, the next thing to do is dig the next hole, and I'm going to dig it right next to the old one because this is like some of the softest soil around here. Everywhere else around here is really rocky, so it's a good place to dig. Decided to grab my work gloves because the ground is really hard. If you're living outdoors, a pair of these is a great investment. It's so much easier to work in than bare hands. Even though there's been lots of rain in the last month, the ground is just dust dry. Everything runs off this site here, it's so steep. You see the hole I'm making is square, basically, using the spade to cut out a square shape. And that's because I'm going to turn it into a trench. It's going to come down here. That's the best shape to get maximum shit pit volume with minimum effort. And this is the softest ground around here. Everywhere else, it's actually harder to dig, if I can believe that. You can see how tough the ground is. Pretty much anywhere you try to dig around here, it's about the same. You can hear the rocks there, grinding down there. Stony as. You really want a long handled spade for a job like this. This one's handle's like nearly 6 feet long, at least 5.5, and that makes the stuff doable. Like, you couldn't do this with a short handled spade, you just wouldn't have a chance. You need the leverage. It's getting really rocky there. I don't think this is going to work out here. I was really lucky to find that soft spot where the old hole was. So I've been cracking away at that hole for like a good half hour and haven't managed to make it any bigger than that. It's very rocky, the clay's like concrete. Well, I would have liked to make it bigger, but that'll do me for now. The ground is so hard, I'm just going to give myself a break. That'll see me through a week anyway, and by then I'll either find a better spot to dig or I'll think of something else. But yeah, if that's good enough for now. I always like look around tree stumps, especially ones like this that have fallen over in the wind, because usually when the big tree like that falls, it breaks up all the soil around it. Makes it a lot easier to dig. I don't think this one's a very good example because it's surrounded by small trees, but oh, here's another option. This is not a preferred option of mine, but look at this. You've got a really hollowed out massive tree trunk here. I could poop in that for weeks, and that'd make a pretty good dunny actually. It's not ideal, but at a pinch, when it's almost impossible to dig anywhere else around, it could work. Yeah, this is definitely a tempting option just because it doesn't involve digging in concrete hard ground for hours. I think I could make this work, hey? Yeah, so what I'm thinking is just use the existing hole that's in the middle of that stump already and just enlarge it basically, clear it out a little bit. And the top of the stump that's still pretty intact and solid will actually make a pretty convenient squatting platform. It's pretty flat. Some parts of it are really solid, so I'm just going to work with what's there. It's a lot easier than trying to dig in the ground anyway. But see that part? That's really solid. Kind of a good standing platform right there. Just dig out this soft bit in the middle. Make sure there aren't any snakes living in there. I'm not sure about that. There are, I'm sure I've scared them off already, hopefully. You've got to be careful of snakes though anywhere, like all down this hillside. I've seen a red-bellied black snake right up there about 5 meters away on the path, so I'm always conscious that they're around. Got to be real careful, hey? Yeah, the termites did a great job of digging this out for me. This is definitely termite action here. You can tell how it's all full of holes and shit. Little burrows from the bugs digging away and eating the wood. Gotta imagine it'll work something like this. Just like that. I mean, I don't want to get too graphic, but you get the idea. That's a big hole down there. Take me a long time to fill that sucker up. Months, maybe even longer. Anyway, I think it'll work. That's the main thing. And it saved me, I don't know, countless hours of work if I figure out like how long it would actually take me to dig a hole that size in this rocky landscape here. Yeah, we're talking about at least a full day's work, probably more, and really hard work too. Alright, I'm done. That's a huge hole now. It's going to be great. Last thing I'm going to do is set up a couple of little marker flags on the path down here. Well, there isn't a path down here yet, but I'll set up a couple of little marker flags so I can find this spot easily at night. You can just see my camp over there, over the rise. It's not too far to walk, but in the night, walking through this scrubby undergrowth will be difficult without something to go by, especially if it's raining and I'm in a hurry. So I'll put a couple of ribbons in the trees to make this easier to find. Okay, so I'm going to put the first ribbon here, right on the edge of the track where I go into the bush. As I use this pathway more and more, I'll break a trail into the bush a little bit, crush the grass down at least. Put another marker here on this little tree. There we go. Good one. We not really need one here, but I'll put one right next to the stump as well. Up in this tree here. Never know, I might have visitors who can't find it easily, and that'll help them too. Got the toilet kit here. Go. Put this down here, fly spray. There's the trowel. Just put some soil in after use. And the bloody wet wipes, of course. Got to keep those handy. Pop them over here too. And just to make my new shit pit super fancy, I'm going to rig up the privacy screen as well. Every modern convenience. These trees couldn't be more conveniently placed. That worked out quite well. Yeah, that can work well. Let's go check and make sure that's done the job. And I had a look from up near the road before. There was only really one eye line that was a bit dodgy, where people could walk past and probably see me squatting down there. So I'll have another look now and see if that's remedied the situation. Yeah, I think that's worked out pretty well. So, starting here, from this angle the trees do a really good job of screening everything, so no problem there. And then as we come down here, right about here was the spot where people might have seen something, and now, yeah, that's really done the job beautifully. You can just see the tarp down there. You see that? It's really hard to pick out amongst the trees, but you can just spot the top edge of it there, and that's doing the job beautifully. You beauty. That's a good morning's work. I have to be real careful not to fall into this one. That's I put foot wrong here. That's a long way down, but it's going to do the job great. I am so dusty and sweaty now. I think it's time to head to the beach and freshen up a bit, eh? What are you going to catch today?
Hoping to get some salmon, man.
Oh yeah, sweet, they're good, aren't they?
Yeah, hoping.
So underrated, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I killing heaps of them up at Bithry a couple of months ago.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Good, right.
Yeah.